Alright, so this video is going to cover the order of operations. You might know this from history as Pemdas, and I'm going to try to argue with you that it is not always best to think of it as Pemdas. If you have to think about it like this, make the P into a G, I'll explain why in a second, and the M and the D happen at the same time, and so do the A and the S. In the order of operations, there are actually 4 different things that you do. The first one is grouping symbols, so that's what the G is, right? And now parentheses, obviously, if you have a problem like 8 plus parentheses 9 minus 3, it does want you to do the 9 minus 3 first because that's inside the parentheses, but there are other grouping symbols. For example, so obviously parentheses, absolute value also is a grouping symbol, so here you do the 6 minus 7 first. Underneath the square root, you would do the 15 plus 1 first. This fraction bar is acting like a grouping symbol, and so you do 6 plus 2 first. And then here, where there's nothing else, but it's both in the exponent, you do 3 plus 1 first. So first thing, grouping symbols. Next thing you would do are exponents. And exponents, yes, for sure, exponents definitely look like 2 to the 7th. The 7 here is the exponent, so this is saying multiply 2 7 times, so 7 factors of 2. But also, so in this case, you would do 2 to the 5th first. This right here is also kind of an exponent because I could rewrite this problem as 6 minus 4 to the 1/2. If you recall, as we were doing exponents, we saw that the square root was also the same as a fraction. So this is an exponent, so you would do the square root before you subtracted. And then here, of course, if it's in the denominator, this is kind of like saying 9 times 3 to the negative 2. And again, here you do the exponent first. Cool. After exponents, you're going to do division and multiplication left to right. The thing that my issue with Pemdas is people sometimes think you multiply before you divide, but that is not the case. You always do division and multiplication left to right. I even put division before multiplication here just to emphasize that. So in this problem right here, you would do 8 divided by 2 first. So you would say, cool, this is equal to 4. And then times 4 is equal to 16. It would not be correct to do 2 times 4 first to get 8 because division happens left first. And here, same thing. First thing you're going to do is 4 times 6 is 24 times 8 divided by 2, and then you do 24 times 8, and then the last thing that you would do is divide by 2 here. Okay? And then the last thing, subtraction and addition left to right again. So in this case, first you would do 4 minus 3, and then you would add 8. Over here, first you would do 10 plus 5, and then you would minus 13. So that's just a quick review, but order of operations. Grouping symbols, exponents, division and multiplication, left to right, subtraction and addition, left to right.